Hello there. So the latest edition of the ThatGuyPredz dev blog just dropped from the dev team, and it is packed with some really exciting updates regarding Build 42. I thought I'd make this video to summarize the dev blog into an easy viewing format for those of us who cannot be bothered to go through the dev blog page. Let's face it, it's much nicer to listen than to read. This will be my first coverage of these dev blogs, as I admit I am a little late to the party on these, but will be doing a lot more of these as time goes on. If you like them, why not drop a like and subscribe? But on to what the dev blog entails. This edition focuses on some really big engine optimization improvements that will be coming along with Build 42, that the team has been hard at work testing. First off, the dev team has improved the map rendering that looks to improve performance drastically for lower mid-range and high-end systems. During their testing, they were able to get solid frame rates in 4K, which is a huge improvement in of itself. I must say that I'm quite excited for this, as most intensive games struggle to maintain a reasonable playable FPS at these resolutions. These optimizations stem from feedback by a few members of the community who have been struggling with performance, so it's really good to see this happening. The dev team did say that during the testing, systems on the lowest end still struggled, due to memory issues on graphics cards with low VRAM. In the worst case scenario, the team explains that these optimizations will be disabled on very low end or potato systems, where they may actually do more harm than good. The bright side of this is that they are looking to resolve this, so once Build 42 gets released, hopefully the game should run comfortably on all systems. In another portion of the blog, the dev team mentioned work on a new and snazzy viewcone system. With the upcoming changes to the engine optimization and the new improved lighting system, of which I'll dive deeper into in a minute, the team has implemented a new viewcone that doesn't rely on the tile-based lighting system that currently exists in Build 41. I don't mind the current state of the viewcone, but I must say that I'm rather impressed with how the new one is looking. The new one looks to be a lot more accurate, much smoother, and generally more rounded, fitting in well with the upcoming lighting update, and just making the general viewing experience a lot more pleasurable. There will also be options to tweak the new viewcone to your liking, such as being made more or less visible. It seems the new lighting system is now in full testing swing. For those of you who may not have been following the previous dev blogs, Build 41 essentially has an ambient lighting system that works off the entirety of the world as opposed to radiating from individual objects. The game engine will then darken indoor areas to simulate a darker interior. The improved lighting system promises to make the world more immersive by allowing light to propagate from different sources and essentially simulates reflective light. Sure, it's not on the level of Lumen from Unreal Engine, but it is a substantial upgrade that will give the world a more gloomy, natural feel. Natural light will creep across the room as the day progresses. Rooms with no light sources will be much darker as they would in real life. Light bulbs will simulate more realistic light, and light will now bleed into a darkened room when you open a door, and much more. All of this will help the world feel more natural, and I am sure will help drive our adrenaline levels through the roof when in tense situations, especially with the upcoming basements that will be added in Build 42, which, let's be honest, the current lighting system would not look great in. This new lighting system fixes a pressing issue of when room layouts are altered using a good old sledgehammer, which tended to leave odd lighting artifacts on the floor. This happens as a result of the current way the lighting system is calculated in rooms and will be fixed with this new update. The team is still testing a few ways to increase clarity on some aspects with this new lighting update, like better visual clarity when the player is in total darkness, and it has been touted that we may not be able to read in the dark anymore, which makes sense, I guess. But all in all, it's looking really promising and something that I am really excited about. Big ups to the devs for the upcoming changes to the lighting system. The dev blog further dives into the new underground areas that will come with Build 42, which will allow for the already large map to feel way more immersive. This looks to still be in the testing phase, but it is capable in the new engine, allowing support for levels up to -32 all the way up to +32. Imagine how large the skyscrapers will be. Aside from the general engine updates, the team has placed a large focus on supporting the modding community as much as they can. And as such, the modding community will potentially be able to create entire underground complexes, which is really exciting. To put modders' minds at ease, the team has stated that the new updates won't render existing map mods invalid. as they can simply be re-exported into the new versions of the modding tools. So all you modders out there can breathe easy. They included a new video showcasing what is possible with the new engine, but have stated that this may or may not be a confirmed feature for when Build 42 hits unstable. However, the work on this new feature serves as a foundation and paves the way for very interesting developments in future versions, of which I am sure we are all excited about. I'm sure we all are aware of the upcoming blacksmithing system set to be released in Build 42, which will give us much more flexibility in the endgame. This week's update dives a bit more into the planned weapons for Build 42. Aside from the standard and new blacksmith's weapons, the team is currently looking into providing more realistic, improvised weapons, as one would have if they were actually surviving a zombie outbreak. They made the choice not to look at inspiration from other zombie games and media, but rather taking inspiration from what was actually improvised in real-life warfare, which I quite like. It's common in this genre for games to borrow ideas from one another, so taking this route is a rather interesting viewpoint. I rather like this design choice as it gives us a bigger range of choices regarding how we plan to lay waste to the undead, as well as a more immersive feel in our playthroughs as we move into the new blacksmithing system. Despite taking on a largely realism-based approach to these weapons, they have allowed for a few of them to be downright wacky, for a bit of spice, each with their own drawbacks for a little balance. In addition, they are also including some broken versions of existing weapons that can be used as parts to craft other weapons. Now that's cool. As a final rounding to this dev blog, the team extends a welcome to a gentleman named Nick, one of their colleagues from TEA Games, to work on the animations of the zombies, using something that they have affectionately dubbed as Penguin Tech. From my understanding, this name stems from successfully getting over 2 million penguins dancing in the Happy Feet game. I couldn't have thought of a better name myself. This new tech serves to optimize hordes by pooling states that they are in and then distributing a smaller pool of zombie skeletons using the same animations, which, in no small words, will essentially improve performance when there are massive hordes on the screen. Now this is exciting. This week's update was smaller than the others, but that doesn't mean it isn't packed with some exciting upcoming features. Build 42 has been a long time in the making, but the team at IndieStone are working on some very exciting features for us. While we don't know exactly when Build 42 will be released, the team has confirmed that it will be this year, so just a little longer, survivors. We are almost there. That's it for this week's Thursdoid dev blog. I hope that you enjoyed the video, and if you did, drop a like and subscribe. Good luck out there, survivor, and I will see you in the next one.